What's going on, you guys? If you're new here, my name is Morgan and welcome back to another video. So I got this question asked on TikTok, so I feel like I have to answer it. So somebody on TikTok asked me, and here's the comment up here. How many pounds of dog food do I go through? So as you guys know, if you haven't seen my videos or my shorts or my vlogs or anything like that, I go through a lot of dog food. I have a lot of dogs. So, I usually keep about 88 pounds of adult dog food in my house at a time. So when I go through a bag, I have another bag and then I go buy more. And then I keep 60 pounds of puppy food in my house. So again, if I run out, I have more and I go buy more. So I do have a lot of dogs. We mix our puppy food and our adult dog food to give to the dogs in the morning. So everybody gets their normal amount so they can pick through it. But I do mix them in the morning. I have bowls of both. So, because, we have the puppies and the adults all together, so I'll mix them. Now, I do have those like Isabel and Aylin who are still too young to be introduced to the pack, and they get purely puppy food. The pregnant mamas get fed separately. Forgive that. My mouse needs to do bad. So, I kind of mix the dog food unless you know the pregnant mamas, the puppies that are separate, the newborn not the newborn puppies, but the young puppies. So everything kind of gets mixed together for the most part in terms of these dogs. I give equal scoops of each in the dog food and then mix it together. So they get puppy food and adult dog food if they need it, depending on what group they are. So basically, for example, Morning, who's an adult, if she eats it, she gets to mix both adult and puppy dog food. And the reason I did that is because I thought about switching to like an all-in-one. But the all-in-ones have torn up my dog's stomach like nobody's business. And then if I feed them separately, I like them to have access. I like to free feed. I like for them to have access to food all together all the time. So I thought we did try switching to Purina Pro Plan, and that tore my dog's stomachs up. We've tried a lot of dog food. The ones that work the best for us is Pedigree. They love Pedigree. Pedigree has been used on hunting dog breeds, and they do a lot of exercise. And it was recommended to me by a friend of mine who's a Beagle breeder. She recommended that, so we have switched to Pedigree, and I love Pedigree. But we do use Purina Puppy Chow or Purina Dog Chow, not Dog Chow, Purina Puppy Chow for the puppies, and it's done really well for us. And then you have the older dogs such as Duke and Ruby, and then I have Zero inside the house, who eat Purina 1. Zero eats Purina 1, Ruby eats Purina 1, and then Duke eats Fresh Pet. So about a week ago, Duke started coughing up blood and he didn't want to eat. So we switched him to Fresh Pet, which we used Fresh Pet on Dot for the longest time, and she absolutely loved it. So we decided to go that route with Duke, and that is very expensive every month. But because it's just for Duke, it's not such a big deal. I would do anything for Duke. I'd do anything for any of the dogs, but that worked best for Duke, so that's what we do for Duke. Zero eats Purina 1 canned food, so does Ruby, because Ruby's also getting up in age. And then we use Native Pet on our older dogs. And I'm thinking about doing something like that in the collective dog bowl, is like adding something to it, because they do eat all day long. I think there's somebody eating over there right now, but for like the pregnant mamas, they can eat as much as they want whenever they need to. And then the dogs that don't particularly like to eat during the day, the only time they don't get to eat is past 9 o'clock and until the morning. So I think it's like 9 to 7 that we pick up the food so they can go to bed, because I know we'd have during the night when I'm not able to watch them, to monitor them, we don't keep the food down. But I'm with the dogs all day, so I'm able to monitor them during the day for the most part. Now the only time I can is when I step away, but that's very rare, and when I do step away, I'm leaving and they're in their kennels. But so we go through a lot of dog food. We have 80 pounds of Pedigree in the house, and then 60 pounds of Purina. So I just went and bought 2 new bags of Purina, so 60 pounds of Purina dog food, Purina 2 days ago. We went through our last bag, and it's in here and one of the dog food containers. So honestly, we go through a lot of dog food. The puppy food we go through the most, depending on how many litters of puppies we have and how many puppies we have that we have included. So right now we have Aylin and Isabel, and then we have Tiger Lily and Arcanine, who are both young. And I just received Tiger Lily and Arcanine, and then Isabel and Aylin are still young. And then we have Moon Dancer's puppies, And then we have Dottie and Bear, who Bear will be going home in 7 days, just about. Which we keep a food container inside as well. I haven't had to put a new bag of dog food or puppy food in the nursery lately because Galadriel's puppies have gone home. So have Athena's and Mocha's, aside from Bear. But for the most part, we go through a lot of dog food. I'd say on average, maybe 160 pounds of regular dog food in a month. And as far as puppy food goes, I would say we probably go through 120 pounds of puppy food in a month, which again, it depends on the average amount of puppies we have, how many new ones we have, as far as what I have at the time, as far as, you know, puppies coming in, like Aylin and Isabel. But like in probably about April, May, we'll probably be going through the most puppy food that I've had in a while, the most pounds. But I love interesting questions like this because it really, I honestly haven't thought about it a lot, how many pounds of dog food we go through in a month. But we go through quite a bit. I spend quite a bit of quite a bit of money on dog food every month. I mean, that's to be expected with as many dogs as we have, because they have to eat what they need and get the proper nutrients and the proper supplements. Now, there are dogs that get more supplements than others, such as Duke, who gets a lot, and then Hershey gets quite a few because of her injury. And then the mamas get multivitamins for their pregnancy. I mean, it just depends. It's no one set schedule, so I have to be very careful about that. And then, you know, you have all kinds of stuff that go into it, like flea prevention, heartworm prevention, which we do ivermectin. And I mean, and then we do Capstar for fleas, and then we do flea baths, because with it being, with not having a tub, it's a big pain to bathe the dog. So I'm getting a puppy pool. So I'm not going to lie, we do go through a lot of dog food, but it always depends. But the adult dog food, we usually go through the same amount every month. Sometimes it could be up, depending on, again, how many dogs we have. In terms of fosters, rescues, if we got any more dachshunds in general. So it just depends, but we go through a lot of dog food. But I love questions like this because it really, you know, it's a thing. How much dog food do you go through? How much money do you spend? And our dog food doesn't expire, because I don't buy pallets, which I probably could because we go through so much dog food, but I don't buy pallets. So, but it never expires. We keep it in sealed containers, and then I clean the containers usually about every 2 weeks or once a month. It just depends. Sometimes it's every 2 weeks, sometimes it's weekly, sometimes it could be monthly, but I try to clean them as much as possible because we go through so much dog food, and I don't want bugs and mold. Ugh, no thank you. But anyways, yeah, so we go through a lot of dog food, so we definitely stay busy. We guys definitely go through a lot of dog food, but Rue wanted to stop by and say hi. This is what I'm working with, just saying. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as usual, you guys, we'll see you guys next time in the next video. Rue says bye, guys. Oh, thank you.